Hey you guys, what's up? We are back for another review of Good Girls. Yep, Good Girls. We've done Animal Kingdom. We've done like three back to back to back reviews of Animal Kingdom, getting that started on the channel. And it's like I can't forget about my girls. I can't forget about my girls, all right? So, y'all, I decided usually like I have my like when I wash my hair, okay, I'm natural, okay? Natural hair. When I wash my hair, okay, I wash it, condition it, and all that stuff, detangle it, and then I braid it. And I leave it in braids for a couple of days till it's like fully dry. And then I take, my braids out and then, the shower, let it poof, and y'all see my hair curly. I decided, oh, I wanna, blow dry my hair. I wanna, this and this. I hate it. And like this part of my hair, if you can see, it's like poking out. Yeah, it's like short. Ugh, it's just disgusting. But never again blow drying my hair. Never again. I'm just leave it to professionals when I get my hair straightened or whatever. But never again blow drying. Like, ugh, I look ugh. Seriously, I look ridiculous. I look ugh. No, never again. Never again. Never again. But um how's you guys' day been? My day's been good. Past couple of days have been good, reading and meditating and whatnot. So I'm good. Everything's good here. Hope you guys are doing good and have great, days and everything like that. So let's get into it. Good Girls, season 1, episode 5, taking care of business. All right, getting business done. All right. So, we left off on episode 4, Agent Turner, okay, coming by the Boland's house and, asking questions to Beth. And he's just asking, like, have y'all seen anyone in the neighborhood that doesn't quite fit? He doesn't belong in this neighborhood. Dean was about to say, oh, Beth thought he was going to say Rio. Well, he doesn't know the name, but she was about to say Rio, but he was talking about somebody else in a completely different subject. And so Agent Turner gave Beth his card and says, call me if you, see anything. And so at Ruby's house, Beth is just like freaking out. She thinks the FBI is onto them and that, they're going to get busted. She's freaking out and they're reassuring her nothing is going to happen. Okay, the FBI isn't going to be on our trail. Everything is good. Just stop freaking out. And then it's like Beth was like freaking out saying that, you know, well, Ruby was like, I don't think we should do the job. Like, I think we need to just stop right here and just like stop, okay? It's hot. We need to stop, calm down for the FBI, finds out something. But Annie was like, no, I need to get this money because I have $800 to pay for a lawyer after just talking with them for 15 minutes, okay? So I need to get this money. And it's like, basically, it's just they need to lay low for a little bit. Don't do anything too big or, then for sure you'll be getting more heat on you. So they just need to lay low and be careful for a little bit, taking these jobs and stuff. So Sadie is going to Hawaii with Saracen and Nancy for a couple of days. So that leaves Annie lonely, and Annie's not good with being alone. Okay. Um, Beth is at the grocery store, and a friend of hers, I guess, like the perfect moms, picture perfect moms. Those moms that like don't have a job. They're basically like housewives and like all they do is just take care of the kids and like just be in everything from bake sales to PTA meetings to just all that stuff. The super mom, the picture perfect mom. Yeah, one of her friends. And all of a sudden, this dude, shows up and starts helping her with her groceries. And he drops off a bag and he puts it in her trunk. She opens the bag. And then we cut to Ruby. Ruby's opening the bag, and we see Annie. Annie's opening up the bag, and it's money. It's money for them. And so it's the money that they have to clean. And so Beth sets up a system to where like the superstores. Like I said in the last review, superstores are kind of like Meijer, Walmart, Sam's here in the Midwest, Costco's on the West Coast and stuff like that. So like big superstores like that. So she has everything like mapped out. Okay, so like blue is for electronics, and then yellow is for appliances, and so she has a system. And then she also came up with the system for money. When you have the red band around the money, that means fake. Green means that's the clean money. So they have a system. Red is out, green is in. Okay. And so Annie is. Wait, nope. Okay, so Beth and Ruby, they're shopping for, the items and everything like that. So they have their total and they proceed to pay in cash. So Beth is like, okay, everything's gonna be cool. They're thinking that, okay, there's the pen, just swipe the bill to see if it's counterfeit or not. One of the cashiers pulls out the that um machine that counts the money and see if it's counterfeit or whatever. Beth starts freaking out. She's like, oh my god, like what are you doing? And then the cashier was like, yeah, we're just checking for big bills and see if it's real. Beth was like, oh, what happened to the pen? The cashier was like, yeah, those don't really work, so it'll only just take a second. Beth is freaking out. Beth looks like she is about to pass out as the woman is putting the money into the machine. And then you see Ruby. Ruby is returning items, and she's just trying to stall and like make up small conversations, whatnot. So the sales associate calls to a manager to the front desk, and so we're going back and forth between Beth and Ruby, and then Ruby, the manager looks at the receipt, and she was like, do you want this back on your card? And Ruby was like, I'll take cash. And then you see Beth. Beth is still freaking out because she's like, "Oh my gosh, we're gonna get caught. We're gonna get caught. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh." She's like freaking out. These ladies, they need to work on their poker faces, because anytime they get in like crappy situations or they like seem like they're gonna get caught, they start freaking out. They need to learn how to stay calm and have a poker face, because that is really getting annoying. Like them freaking out. Oh my god. Like, what if we get caught? What if we get caught? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm scared. Oh my god. Calm down and like don't freak out, and nobody won't suspect anything. And so she gets done counting, the cashier gets done rolling the money, and it's clean, and they're like, whew, thank god. So they have the money. We see Annie at an electronics store, and the sales associate, he's kind of flirting with her, trying to, like a corny flirt, like clearly trying to hook up with her. And she was like, okay, I might want to buy like 5 big screen TVs. Okay, cool. So at home, Ruby and Stan, they have a moment, and Stan tells her that she was a bit tired from rehearsals, because she's taking dance classes. She was a bit tired, Sarah. And Ruby just started worrying, like, immediately, like, oh my gosh, what's happening to my kid? Like, what's going on? We see Annie back at the electronics store, and her total comes up to $20,000. And the guy is still flirting with her, and he takes the receipt that she has and writes his name and phone number on the back of the receipt. So Beth, she's like stashing the money in like cereal boxes and like dog food bags, and Dean is just trying to get back in her good graces. Like, hey, do you need anything now that I'm at home? Like, I'm trying to be useful. Like, what do you need? Beth was like, you need to like just chill and relax, before your doctor's appointment. And Dean was like, yeah, about that. So, options may be chemo or radiation. Remember last episode, he's faking having cancer to try to get back into Beth's good graces. And so, Annie is at home, and she's like so lonely. Once again, she's lonely in her apartment with a whole bunch of TVs. She needs someone to talk to. She wants to call Sadie, but she didn't. So then she gets her receipt and she calls Brian, the dude at the electronics store from earlier. Okay, so Annie wakes up. It's in the middle of the night. Annie's waking up, and the dude, he's up, and he was like, oh, I'm just get some water, okay? So Annie was like, okay. Goes back to bed, and then she hears a noise. Okay, she gets up. The dude isn't there. The dude left. Okay. Okay. And so then she sees the receipts are on the floor and she starts freaking out. She's trying to find the receipt that he took and like, oh my gosh, the receipt isn't there. The receipt for the TVs that she bought, okay, it's gone. So, oh my gosh, she's freaking out. So then she's at Beth's house and she's like, I don't remember the guy's name. And like the receipt had the total of, the TVs and it was $20,000. $20,000. And you cannot return anything, not just on TV, but in real life. If y'all try to return something within 30 days, because it's usually like a 30-day window for returns. If you do not return something and you do not have the receipt with you, you can't get your money back, whether you pay for cash or card. You need your receipt to get your money back. So she needs the receipt to get $20,000 in clean cash. So she's freaking out. So then they go to the electronics store and Annie asked an associate, do you know a guy by the name of Brian or Brendan or, Ben, whoever? The guy was like, Brian, yeah, he's not in work right now. He works next week. And so Annie's just like freaking out. So then Beth, she turns into lying, which she's good at. I will give Beth that. Beth is really good at improvising and lying. So she's very, very good at that. So she turns into like a corporate worker for the company. And she tells an associate, look here, we're going to need addresses and names of people for inventory and stuff like that. So she gets it and they find out where Brian lives because later in the next scene, they go to his house. And they're knocking on the door and he opens it. And Annie was like, look, dude, I need the receipt. Okay, where is it? You took it. And he was like, I threw it away. And Annie's like upset because like, why would he leave? And then we see a child come up and hug him. And then we see his wife and a toddler. Okay. And it's like, oh crap, dude. Like he basically cheated on his wife. And it's like, Annie looked heartbroken. Okay. She looked heartbroken. So they are in the dumpster looking for the receipt. They cannot find the receipt anywhere. And Annie and Beth start, shading each other that, Annie needs to learn how to think with her head and like stop, sleeping with every guy that shows her attention. And Annie's reading Beth saying that you're still with the guy who cheated on you and everything like that. So they're both throwing shade to each other. And later on, Beth finds the receipt. Okay, she finds the receipt. So the next day, Beth is, getting ready to drop the kids off and everything like that. And Agent Turner pops up. And he asked her, has she seen this guy? Y'all, if y'all see me like looking over here, it's because my computer is literally like right here with all my notes. So if you see me like looking here, it's because I'm looking at my notes, being like, okay, where am I at? So not being really disrespectful, but my notes are literally right here on my computer. So Agent Turner pops up and he asks Beth, have you seen this guy? And it's a picture of Rio. And she was like, no, I don't know who that guy is. Agent Turner's like, well, from the looks of it, it looks like this guy is coming out of your house. Okay. And Beth was like, okay, look here, not right now. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Agent Turner was like, no, later on today. Okay. Just gotta talk with you, Beth. So Ruby is in the bathroom and she's freshening up. She's at the bathroom for the school. And so she walks out of the bathroom. There's like a big crowd. And it's like, what's going on here? What's going on? She sees Sarah passed out with Stan holding her. And so they get to the hospital and the doctor tells her that she has a seizure and that her kidneys are non-functional at this point. So they're going to start her on dialysis. The doctor asked Ruby and Stan about the medication. The new medication that she's on, that she was able to pay with the money. They were like, yeah, she takes it like every night. Doctor's like, have you seen her swallow them? That sends Stan and Ruby into like a WTF moment. So they're in Sarah's room and they're like going through all her stuff, going through the drawers, going through closets, going through jewelry boxes, going through her backpack until Stan pulls up her mattress, lifts up her mattress, and sees a container, like the container for like breath mints and stuff like that. So finds the container, opens it, it's her medication. All right. And so Beth and Rio, they're in a car, they're doing an exchange, and Beth is freaking out because she doesn't know what she's going to say to Agent Turner. And Rio is like, just make up some stuff, okay? Just say that we slept together, okay? Make me look good. He's not afraid of the FBI whatsoever. So at the hospital, Sarah basically said that she stopped taking her medication because she was feeling better and like she was going to save it for a rainy day in case something else happened. And it's like, she was doing it for them because it cost a lot of money. Basically, Ruby and Stan said, do not worry about them. It's going to be okay. Okay, we're going to get the medication. It's going to be okay. And then at the hospital, Ruby is like freaking out, she's just upset because she should have, known earlier. And it's like, should have found out earlier. Just like a lot of guilt on her right now. But then Beth surprises her with the share of their cut. And so that is going to go towards the medical bills that will happen later on when Sarah gets out the hospital. So after that, Annie goes back to the electronics store and she asks an associate, can she fill out a customer survey? And so the associate is like asking her questions. So like, how's the performance? Were you satisfied? And clearly Brian is right there and Annie's throwing like clear shade toward him, be like, oh no, it wasn't satisfying. And like, was it done in a timely manner? Oh, very, very quickly. So she's like throwing shade at him, whatever. So towards the end of the episode, Dean asks Beth, they have a moment. Dean asks Beth, if he didn't, sleep with Heather and like he didn't mess up their money, would she still be with him? Beth didn't give a yes answer, but she didn't give a no answer. She just said maybe. Well, she said that I don't know the answer to that. Don't screw up then. Maybe she would have. Don't screw up, okay? You got a good thing going. Or it's like you never had any problems. Don't go ruin a relationship. Jeez. And so, at the office. Excuse me. Okay, we're good. At the office, she's at the FBI office. And so Agent Turner is asking her a whole bunch of questions, okay? Where did you meet him? And she gives him an answer. Where did you guys go out to dinner? She gives him an answer. What car was he driving? Who was driving? She gives him an answer. So they're like just like going back and forth with being like smart butts. So they're answering question and Agent Turner doesn't believe her. So then Beth goes into full lying mode, saying that, oh, after the kids dropped off the kids from school, went to a bar, we started flirting, and then I took him back to my place. We had a little bit more drinks, and then we had sex in the kitchen and in the, on the dining room table, and like the kids had pancakes and everything like that. Basically, what I got from that scene was that she was playing out a fantasy that she had in her head with her and Rio. Like you have fantasies about men or women, and you have certain fantasies, and I feel like she had a fantasy in her head about her and Rio. She fantasized about her and Rio doing the exact same thing that she told Agent Turner. So that was the end of episode 5. Wow, 18, well, about to be 19 minutes. Wow. Short video. Maybe because I didn't have that much to say. I really didn't have anywhere to like give my feedback or whatever, or like go on a rant or something like that. But overall, it was a good episode. Episode 5 was good. So I'm going to upload this, write stuff, fill in everything, put up the thumbnail and everything like that, posted it. And then, I hate my hair. I don't like it blow dried. I love my hair. I'm going to just say that. I love my hair. Whether it's natural or it's like professionally done. But like blow drying it, I look somewhat decent, but my gosh. I'm sorry y'all had to see me like this. Ugh, with a bag over my head. But that was episode 5. So I'll see you guys again for episode 6 review. All right, peace, love.